Kia ora tātou ko Ngāti Tūwhare Toa toko iwi ko Yoruba in Nigeria, toko iwi hoki ko Samuel Gaskin tako ingoa. My name is Samuel Gaskin and I am the artist, producer and what else would you call me?
There's a few things.
Writer of Reckoning. And
Change agent, don't you normally say?
oh yeah, creator and change agent.
I'm Johnny Hamilton. I'm the other half of BT Entertainment and
BT Entertainment. That's what we are.
and the other half of that.
By that he means me.
Yeah.
So the Reckoning clip to me was a dream come true. I really feel like it was the culmination of all the work I've put in to really creating work that aligned energetically with me and the message that I want to put out into the world.
I think it's the best thing we've created. It's the thing that I'm most proud of that we've created, at least within BT Entertainment, but I would say completely actually.
It stretched every single facet of our talents and our creativity to its limit and then some. And it also meant that we really got to put down on film what we do well. And what we do well is creativity, heart, and bringing together exactly the right people to tell an important story.
Yeah, for me, I think I feel like and my team nailed the visual side of that video clip. I just feel like it really, I'm not even sure how, but it visually all just came together perfectly with the lighting, the projection, the set, the costuming, and all the talent. Yeah, it was fucking cool.
I feel like we've been at it long enough now with Beat Entertainment. Our team in particular are so used to working with each other. So even little things down from Ben Naprosky, our makeup artist. He's an amazing makeup artist, but he also plays this pivotal role where he puts each person at ease as they sit in the makeup chair because he's so funny. He has such a great energy about him. And it's like people sit down in the makeup chair with Ben, they have a laugh and a bit of banter with whoever else is there, and then they kind of head off and they're ready for the next thing. And I feel like everyone within the team kind of has a role like that, as well as what their talent is.
They all contribute energetically to the project, not just their talent, you know, they all make sure it's a fun day. And Ben's great because he's the first person each person sees pretty much.
Yeah.
So he really just sorts them out.
Yeah, and that's something that is, I would say that's one of our highest values when it comes to making work. It doesn't matter how talented you are, you need to be an energetic match for the team. Particularly with Reckoning, because our whole cast is Indigenous, either Aboriginal or Māori. It's such a beautiful thing to walk onto set because I feel like immediately the energy is grounded and centered, and then you have this strong team behind that to help drive us to the end product, which I think is pretty good. I want to know the moment you had the biggest aha moment during the process.
It was definitely getting to watch Gab from Magella Productions, watching her, what's that screen called? Whatever it is. The monitor.
Oh, the playback screen.
Yeah, the playback screen. Yeah. Seeing the actual frame and all the costumes and everyone, all information all together, and just seeing how all the colour palette that I'd chosen and then even fucking accidentally came up with all tied in together perfectly. Because you notice in the clip, Paul is in a green Well, the poor wee bugger had to change about 7 times. But in a lot of the main part of the clip, she's in a green coloured dress and everyone else is in reds, and we were sort of like, fuck, is that gonna work? Because it looks so different. But yeah, in the final frame, it just tied in perfectly with the gum images we projected on the ceiling and the bark and everything. So that was the moment I was like, fuck, it really works.
I think we should talk about that. I think you should talk about the location and the projection and how that came into the mix.
It was actually Gab's suggestion, wasn't it, from Magellan Productions for the site that we used, which was the underground car park at Melbourne University. And it's this crazy Gothic style concrete structure. And the amazing thing is it has all these round pillars all the way through the car park and in concrete, but the top of the pillars slope up to the ceiling and form these arches. And I found out that the reason it's designed like that is to actually protect the trees that are all growing above the car park. So that was a really awesome discovery. And then I wanted to, because it was all just fucking concrete, it just all looks grey, and I wanted to add lots of colour into it. And I thought a really cool way to do that would be to project abstract colour patterns onto the ceiling, so it looked like we sort of painted it. And I used snow gum bark images, because I wanted it to almost reference indigenous artwork. And then we strung up gum tree eucalyptus bark as well to sort of add some texture and dimensions to it, and then projected red, or real moody lighting, wasn't it, with smoke haze and stuff.
Well, I think the aha moment for me was Gab from Magellan Productions came to watch our final rehearsal. We performed the piece for the first time, and at the end of it, she started crying. It was such a beautiful moment for so many reasons, not because she started crying, but because she explained afterwards she'd had a really tough week. She had a lot going on, and watching what we had created with the choreography and the cast reminded her how worth it what she was doing is. And it was great for me because it snapped me out of work mode and reminded me that what we had created was doing what it was supposed to do. I'm really big on, so long as our work affects somebody in a way that makes them feel something, I'm happy. And it most certainly made her feel something. So that was my aha moment. And yeah, it was really beautiful. The team that put together the clip for us, and we actually met them working on a music video for the Marindas. So Beat Entertainment did the creative and concepts for the Marindas Before Daylight video. And so we met Gab and her team on that shoot. And they're amazing. They're like a female-led production company, which I'm all about, who are really on to it when it just comes to making sure everything fits together nicely. Hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knew they were the ones to do Reckoning.
Another thing I thought would be good to talk about is how 3 generations of your family involved in that video.
Yeah. I forgot that until you said it. Well, maybe you can talk about why there's 3 generations of my family involved. Conceptually, I feel like Reckoning tells the story of we're all going to be future ancestors one day. So being able to have my mum, who's in the opening shot, and my daughter, who's in the closing shot, in the mix was the most beautiful representation that I could think of that meant we are all going to be ancestors one day. And you know, if everything rolls out the way it should, my mum will be an ancestor first, and then I'll become an ancestor, and then long after that, my daughter will become an ancestor too. And we also have a long, long line of ancestors who stand in front and behind us, who have endured all sorts of things so that I can be here in this moment, creating this work, speaking to you. Yeah. Yeah. So, so that's 4. Yeah. So that's 4 generations. Because we also have my great-great-great-grandfather, Hatiri Pairata, projected in one of the scenes. And that shot, it's powerful. Because Hatiri Pairata was one of the only survivors of the Battle of Warako. And if he hadn't survived that battle, my mum wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here, and neither would my daughter. And he's in that shot. And it's so cool because he's kind of just like off to my shoulder, projected, and that's what it feels like as I roll on with this Reckoning project. It feels like I'm backed by my ancestors at all time, especially him.